Hello, I'm ABX Toycat and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you 7 tips to help you prepare for Title Update 31 on your existing survival Minecraft world. So as you might already know, Title Update 31, or the next big update for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation, is going to be fundamentally changing several parts of the game, as well as bringing in several new items I imagine a lot of you do want, and today's video is going to give you tips so you can be prepared for that stuff and get it sooner when the update does actually come out. So if you do like the video, please do like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. I want to see more stuff like this on the channel, but let's get straight into it already, shall we? So yeah, the basic idea of the video is that, a lot of people want to be focusing on the next big update. They're excited for this or that, and here are just some big things that you can do to make your life easier and explore the new features as soon as they do come out on your existing worlds. And we'll start with the biggest one, and I mentioned this before, but it is very big if you want to make sure you have the new biomes, which are arguably one of the bigger part of this next update, finding mesa biomes or finding savanna biomes. If you want to have a chance of finding these in your worlds, because we do have limited worlds on console, what you need to make sure you do is leave some of your world unexplored. And you might think part of your world's unexplored if you just haven't been there before, but you need to make sure you don't even go near parts of your world, because when you go into a chunk, the next 10 chunks, which is like the equivalent for 160 blocks, are all rendered in and they'll stay in that biome forever. So if you want to leave a decent portion of your world unexplored, make sure you just don't even go near it, because as soon as you go there once, it stays in the current biomes, which can't be the new ones. So yeah, the first tip, which is arguably the biggest tip, is if you want to keep an existing survival world, make sure you leave a lot of your world unexplored, or if you're on the Xbox One, just make sure you leave it on a smaller world size and then expand it after the update, because otherwise you won't be able to find new biomes. And there's a lot of new blocks which are exclusive to these new biomes, stuff like the mesa biome, has red sand in it, stuff like you can find podzol and grassless dirt, stuff like that is only going to be found if you go into the specific biomes which have them, which means you're going to actually want those biomes if you want those blocks. So yeah, the first biggest tip here is make sure you leave some of your world unexplored. But like I said, I've said that before. The second tip here isn't a warning I've given before, but it is a pretty useful one, because basically you're going to want to get yourself a bunch of slime balls, because slime balls in the next update, which I'll cover on my feature preview this week, will actually allow you to combine 9 of those together and make a slime block. A slime block is one of the coolest features coming in this next big update, not only because you can bounce on them, make trampolines, and just make cool stuff if you just want to use them as a cool block, but they also work with redstone, and pistons and stuff to make really cool flying contraptions, to make basically vehicles which can take from one end of your Minecraft world to the other. And yeah, if you want to experience these new vehicle things, you're going to need a lot of slime balls, and if you want to kill them now rather than later, it's a great idea to just get yourself several stacks of slime balls, so kill yourself a bunch of slimes and just get that stuff done now, because again, it can save you the the killing phase and go straight into the experimentation phase if you want to skip that process. Again, the whole video is like, if you want to do this stuff naturally when it comes out, you can, but this is to help you prepare, because you want to go straight into it as fast as possible. So yeah, the third tip I'm going to give you for Title Update 31 is to get yourself a bunch of Lapiz Lazuli. So if you don't know, they're changing the enchantment system in this update, and the enchantment system will require not only levels, as well as a certain number of levels. It requires you to use some of those levels, and it requires you to use some Lapiz Lazuli. Fortunately, this means you use less levels, but it does mean you're going to need quite a bit of Lapis if you don't keep any around, because you use it all for blue dye. Make sure you just keep some around. I mean, honestly, you only need 3 per enchantment, so even if you have 30, that's going to cover you for a long time, but make sure you have some around. Make sure you haven't burnt all the Lapis in your world or something ridiculous like that, because otherwise it will come back to haunt you when you need to actually go ahead and enchant. And funnily enough, it means there's actually a certain number of enchantments you can get in your Minecraft world now, and then not go beyond that, because there is only a limited amount of Lapiz Lazuli in limited size console worlds, which means it's roughly as rare as diamonds, which means eventually you'll run out of the ability to enchant. So make sure you keep your Lapiz Lazuli safe on some level, and just make sure you have some of it if you want to prepare for the next big update. Along the same lines, you might want to get yourself a bunch of Obsidian, because one of the cooler features, this is from 1.7, not 1.8, but it's still in the next big update, is they're going to be introducing custom sized nether portals. So if you ever wanted to have a 23 by 23 nether portal, they look awesome, and I totally want one, but you do need to bear in mind 23 obsidian each side adds up fast. That's what, 92 obsidian? I guess the corners are reused, so 90 obsidian if you want to go ahead and actually make this thing. That's not something most people keep around. And if you if you're really excited, you're going to be like, yeah, I want to have this new nether portal. Imagine thinking about that and then mining 90 obsidian. That's going to take you literally what would that be if it's 15 seconds a block roughly? That's going to take you like 22 minutes just to mine the obsidian if you have 90 obsidian lying around. So yeah, make sure you prepare for that now if you want to make yourself a bigger nether portal, or even just keep a decent amount around so you can make these custom sized nether portals, and you can do amazing stuff like make a make an obsidian portal cube, make all these cool things. That's something you're going to want obsidian for. So so far we've gone make sure you keep some of your world to explore, go get some slimes, get lapis, and get obsidian. The next one is going to be get some armor sets if you want to hang them on the wall. So one of the really cool things in my opinion that you can do this next update is actually hang armor sets on armor stands, because because, you know, if you want to show off your cool, you know, enchanted diamond armor, you can do that. If you want to just have, like, you know, 5 soldier-looking things where you put a pumpkin on their head and make them wear iron armor, you can do that too. And yeah, personally, I'm going to be getting myself a bunch of, like, either iron armor sets or just leather armor sets, and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to put them in my armory. But if you want to do something like that, make sure you actually have pairs of armor ready, because if, like me, you have your stuff all over the place, or you just don't know you want leather armor or a bunch of iron armor, you probably haven't crafted it yet, and it's something that you might want to do right now. If you want to enchant it, make sure you go through that effort now, and it means you can just be ready for it when it does actually happen. So yeah, get yourself sets of armor. If you want to put them on armor stands, it's just something that's quite handy, and it's something I'm going to be doing. So next up, you want to prepare yourself somewhere to fish. This isn't so important because although it is a big part of the next update, you know, the new fishing, it's something you can do pretty much anywhere. But if you want to have a special fishing place so you can spend, you know, like an hour fishing and try and get yourself the new saddles, get yourself, you know, name tags from underwater, because if you have a pre-title update 19 world, this is going to be the only way to get name tags besides trading, then yeah, make sure you have a really comfortable place that you feel comfortable just sitting there fishing and doing stuff at the same time. So yeah, if you want to have like a fishing cabin, do that. If you want to have like a fishing pool somewhere near where you're doing stuff anyway, do that. And that way you can multitask and just do stuff better. So yeah, make sure you have somewhere to fish, because there's a bunch of new fish coming. There's a bunch of new drops you can get from fishing coming. And if you want to, you know, make the most of those, you're going to need to have yourself somewhere to fish. So tip number 7 here is the most ridiculous one on here, but it is technically the one you might want to prepare for the most if you really want one of the new features coming to survival in this next update. Because in this next update, what will actually be able to happen is if you kill any mob using a charged creeper, so if you weaken it and then the charged creeper finishes it off, the mob will actually drop its head. So you can actually get a creeper head this way, you can get a zombie head this way, and you can get a skeleton head this way. However, you do need a charged creeper to do that. And charged creepers, I don't need to tell you, are incredibly rare. So if you want to get one, you can actually go ahead and do this, because all you need to do is, I guess get a field of creepers and then make them run around when there's lightning. It's really tricky. It requires a lot of timing, a lot of luck, a lot of loading and saving, but you can actually get a charged creeper in survival. And if you want to get all 3 mob heads at once, then you might want to get that and then get the 3 mobs in there, and then leave it to cocoon until the next big update comes out, and then boom, like on day 1 you will be able to get yourself the 3 mob heads if you really want them in survival, that is. If it's not so important to you, then you can hope that it happens. Charged creepers are so rare you're not going to find one naturally, but maybe you will, and maybe that's what you want to do. This video is mostly for people who want to over prepare, because one of the big things I wish I'd done before title update 19 is make myself more golden apples. I made myself about 15 apples, and I forgot that they were going to change the recipe, and now it requires ingots rather than just the nuggets I used to use, and it's like, oh, I can make myself more of those. It's stuff like that made me go, next update, I'm going to let people know what they should do before the update, and that's what this video was for. So just to give you a brief recap, make sure you leave some of your world unexplored, make sure you get some Lapiz Lazuli for enchanting, make sure you get slime balls so you can make slime blocks because they're so cool, make sure you get obsidian if you want to make large portals, make sure you want to get armor sets if you want to make armor stands somewhere, make a fishing area, and try and get charged creepers if you can. If you do all of those things now, then you'll be extra prepared for the next big update. And yeah, I hope you did all like the video. Let me know if you're going to be doing any of these in the comments down below. Personally, on my Let's Play world, I think I'm going to be doing most of these. I have a lot of lapis, so I don't have to care, but I think I need to get more slimes, because I do have a slime spawning chunk in my farm that I need to kill anyway. So boom, I'll just get myself lots of those and make slime blocks. Let me know what you're going to do though in the comments down below. Like the video if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them all daily on your homepage. I'm so excited for the next big update, and when it does come out, I will of course be making all the videos. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you all do have a nice day, and goodbye.